Welcome to the Queen's Table Podcast. I'm your host, Marissa J, and today we are not going to be doing what we've been doing. We're not going to be doing the meditations and stuff. Listen, today we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff. Okay, a whole lot of stuff. But read the description, shit. I don't know. But I listen to you guys, okay? I thought that doing something new would, help to kind of, I guess, refresh the pod. I don't really know. I just felt like doing something new. I thought that y'all would love it. I thought that y'all would like it. Apparently not. Let me read. I'm gonna read just a few of the messages that I've gotten. Okay, so I totally understand and respect what you're doing with this season, but I missed the old TQT. Aww. And then I got this message. I love this new season, and by love it, I mean I hate it. Y'all is wild as fuck. And then here go my favorite one. When, and that's with 3 H's and 9 E's, are you, that's 15 O's in that you coming back. Listen, y'all, I'm back. I'm back. I gotta listen to you guys, okay? If y'all ain't feeling the content, y'all ain't feeling the content, and I gotta respect that. So we going back, way back into time to the original TQT. So with all of that being said, let me go ahead. I'm gonna start off with the most depressing story of all. I'm gonna start off with this because I don't want to sandwich it in between all the other stuff that I got. And I don't want to put it on the back burner because y'all know I be leaving. I believe in these episodes like, well, the world's on fire. Have a great day. So I don't want to do that this go round. It's still on fire. Don't get me wrong. The world's always going to be on fire. But this is a really sad story. And I don't want to sandwich it, so the rest of the content is going to be, a slightly lighthearted, I guess. Anyway, let's get into it. This is from Instagram, Tea in the Shade, all right? And I'll link this post in the description. Says at least 60 infants, toddlers, and older children perished over the past 6 weeks while trapped in harrowing conditions in an orphanage in Sudan's capital as fighting raged outside. Most died. Babies dead. Okay, most died from lack of food and fever. 26 died in 2 days over the weekend. The extent of the children's suffering emerged from interviews with more than a dozen doctors, volunteers, health officials, and workers at the I'm gonna fuck this name up. I'm so sorry. No, I'm not. AL-MAYQOMA. Google it. Okay. But at that particular city's orphanage, okay? Ooh, hold up. Excuse the fuck out of me. The Associated Press also revealed dozens of documents, images, and videos showing the deteriorating conditions at the facility. The extent of the children's suffering emerged from interviews with more than a dozen doctors, volunteers. Oh, I already said all of that. Okay. The Associated Press also reviewed dozens of documents, images, and videos showing the deteriorating conditions of the facility. Video taken by orphanage workers shows bodies of children tightly bundled in white sheets awaiting burial. In other footage, 24 toddlers wearing only diapers sit on the floor of a room, many of them wailing as a woman carries 2 metal jugs of water. Another woman sits on the floor with her back to the camera, rocking back and forth and apparently cradling a child. The very first... Now, I know that this is sad. It's super sad, right? It's super sad, super fucked up, right? And when I first saw this, I was like, this is fucked up and it is sad, but, and I hate to say but, America has its own problems. Okay? We got our own issues here. So we got our own problems. But the very first comment that I see on here, where's the help when we can help Ukraine? Oh, I said, oh, they said they want to know where's the help for these babies when we can help all of these folks over in Ukraine. And I don't know if Ukraine has signed the NATO pact or not. They're going to sign it eventually. It's going to happen. It's going to start World War III. It's already finna happen. Several more countries have signed up for NATO and all the other shits, all the Western coalitions, right? Since the last time we talked about that. I think the Netherlands does the North Atlantic Treaty, that it ain't got nothing to do with what's going on over there. That ain't the North Atlantic. And I don't understand, why is it that we could get so deep, like as deep into somebody else's issues, when there's one, way more issues here at home, and two, and if fuck it, I'm not even gonna try to play the struggle Olympics at all. Why help Ukraine and not Sudan? Is it because of money? Is it because of money? Because it sure as shit does seem like we've been shelling out a whole fuck ton of money to goddamn Ukraine. So, is it money? I don't think it's money. I don't think it's money. And then folks really want to run around here talking about, oh, y'all be getting too sensitive talking about racism and blah, 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 blah. All right. All right, but y'all just cool with letting babies die. Okay, moving on. Moving on. Oh, that I was supposed to say that earlier. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I meant to say this earlier. These episodes that I've been doing, I've gotten the rest of them recorded, and like they were supposed to be waiting to publish, but while I was having all of the issues, the technical issues that I was having before, while I was waiting to get that settled and situated, that's when I was started to get these messages like, hey girl, love you, but hate this season, so let's go back. And I postponed it. So if you guys ended up liking it, if there's like one or two people, because I have not gotten any positive feedback on this at all. No one whatsoever. So if you were feeling it, maybe I'll have them all up on a Patreon one of these days if I ever do get a Patreon. Again, it's just me by myself. I don't really have time to be setting up no fucking Patreon. I don't have time to deal with all of that. I really don't. If you want to donate to the show, you can always donate. You can donate money. Money is great, but you can donate time. If you're somebody that has the ability to help, you are most welcome to donate some time, because a bitch needs help. Okay? And if you want to donate some money, you can send it on over to my Cash App, which is $MyBlackUnicorn. That's the sponsor for today. I'm the sponsor. Sponsor me. Send me the money. Okay, moving on. The Justins go to California. Okay, so y'all remember Justin Pearson and Justin Jones, and they were the two black representatives that got dismissed in Tennessee, along with that white lady. I don't even know what the fuck she doing. I ain't heard from that. I ain't heard from her in a minute. I don't know what the fuck she out there doing. But the Justins went to California, and they still talking about the dismissal and all of that. But even though they were reinstated, like yes, it was a fucked up situation. We all know that it was a fucked up situation. We all know this, okay? But what have you done for me lately? Bum 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 bum. Ooh yeah. Dun, dun, what have you done? What are you doing? What are you doing? Because what are you doing in California? That's the first question. What are you doing in California other than talking about some shit that happened a couple of months ago? I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna have to say, y'all gonna have to grow the fuck up and get the fuck over it. Yes, they are racist. Yes, the House of Representatives is racist. Yes, Tennessee is racist as fuck. Work on fixing that. Okay? Let's work on fixing that. All right, and by fixing it, you don't have to hop over to other states and talk about it. You fix it at home. How you gonna fix racism in Tennessee and California? What y'all doing over there? Y'all need to come back home and figure out how to move the fuck forward. Don't y'all got some bills y'all should be writing? Here go the better question. Why come ain't nobody said nothing about the George Floyd act? That's what the fuck I want to know. Why the fuck come nobody saying nothing about the George Floyd Act? Why the fuck come Ron DeSantis come out on that bullshit ass way? He don't come out talking about he running for president. What a goddamn podcast. Now let me ask you something. If you was running for any goddamn thing, any motherfucking thing at all, would you announce it on a motherfucking podcast? For real? I mean, okay, one podcast I could see somebody doing that. That would be the Joe Rogan podcast. JRE, yeah, I could see that. If you were going to go that route. But you going go on like one of the most obscure fucking podcasts. Don't nobody, that I don't even know the fucking name of that shit. And I'm telling you, don't nobody know what the fuck, how the fuck, when the fuck, why the fuck. But how the fuck he going to come out talking about he's going to repeal Donald Trump's only good thing that he ever did for minorities, which is the First Step Act. Let me take that back. Because a lot of people look at that First Step Act and it's like, it's not enough. But okay, he did something. It was something, that First Step Act. So why the fuck come Ron DeSantis come out talking about he gonna repeal that shit and the Justins are all the way in California? Why can't you talk about Ron DeSantis here? Because you're not talking about him at all. And that's really what the fuck we need to talk about. Instead of the unsurprising racist politics in Tennessee. You knew this shit was racist. Did you really think that they was going to welcome you with open arms? They're not. Let's stop talking about that. And I really fucking hate to say it, but honey, y'all gotta hop over this fucking hurdle. I'm not saying forgive and forget. I'm not saying forgive or forget. I'm saying go to work. Go to work. What are you doing? Go to work. How the fuck come y'all gonna sit up here and be all up in California talking about this, that, and the third that ain't got shit to do with who the fuck shot John, but the fucking Tennessee House of Representatives, the Republican Speaker of the House appointed this crazy bitch. Y'all gotta look this bitch up. Oh my God, this bitch is crazy. Laurie Cardoza-Moore. They appointed this crazy lady to oversee social studies here in Tennessee, and basically like she's reviewing textbooks and instructional materials and all of that shit, right? Now, this the type of bitch that will call CRT, critical race theory, fucking anti-Semitic. She called CRT anti-Semitic. She called it anti-Semitic, guys. Now, I don't know, because some of y'all be calling me anti-Semitic a little bit, but I really end up fucking just confused. I am so lost, because she provided absolutely no explanation as to how the fuck CRT is anti-Semitic. She doesn't even know what critical race theory is. Can a single fucking Republican define what the fuck critical race theory is in the first fucking place? So how the fuck is it anti-Semitic? That's what I really want to fucking do. Really want to fucking know. I have no idea. She wants to she called current history textbooks the greatest national security threat to the US. Gave no context. Zero context behind it. Okay, so she wants to get rid of diversity, equity, and inclusion. And you know what? I'm gonna go back to that in a second. I'm gonna go back to that in a second. She also wants to get rid of social emotional learning. You know what? I'm gonna come back to that too. And ethnic studies. Obviously, you can't get rid of ethnic studies. Like, what the fuck does that even mean? Why get rid of ethnic studies? For what reason? For why? Isn't America, I learned in school. I learned in school that America was called the Great Melting Pot. So how the fuck you gonna do away with ethnic studies? I don't get it. None of these fucking people make any fucking sense. Not the Democrats, not the fucking Republicans. Nobody makes any fucking sense anymore. Y'all just throwing shit out there, picking up handfuls of spaghetti and just chucking it at the wall and see what sticks. And then we so fucking crazy and not crazy. Let me take that the fuck back. We're so desperate. We're desperate for somebody to lead us, that we're so desperate for someone to take charge and lead us, that we don't see that the system in which we pick these leaders is fucking broken. It's broken. It just is. What's the point of democracy whenever the House of Representatives could just take the person that you voted for out of the conversation? What's the point? What's the point, y'all? What's the point? And then Democrats have absolutely no fucking backbone to retaliate or do the same. You know, the best thing that Democrats could do, let me take this back. The best thing that the Justins can do, because I know that one of them is running again for something. I don't know. Elections is coming up. And the best thing that you can do is be quiet about the expulsion and just go back to work. Just go back to work. Worry about this crazy lady that wants to get rid of, that called CRT anti-Semitic. Worry about this crazy lady that wants to get rid of ethnic studies. Worry about that. Worry about that, because when you start doing shit like this, when you start, y'all gonna understand. I was born in the 1900s, okay? I'm old. I'm elderly, okay? And back then, we didn't have all of the information, but then the internet came out. And then we started getting the information. Kind of like how a lot of folks be like, oh my God, I learned more on TikTok than I do in school, right? Okay, we was learning more on Ask Jeeves than we did at school, right? So we start learning and realizing, oh shit, there's more to this country than what they really be telling us in school. Then you get to college and then they really be telling you some of the shit. Not all of the shit, but some of the shit that you was not getting in fucking high school. Okay? And now that the internet is much more widespread, everybody got the internet nowadays, right? So now that we have so much information, the fact that they want to take it away in schools when it should be being taught in schools, it makes absolutely no sense. No sense at all. None. And to be completely honest with you, what the fuck happened to the other shit that were teaching in schools that they stopped teaching in schools? We used to have shop. We used to have home economics. You used to have cosmetology in school. We didn't get that shit no more. We don't have it anymore. Now you got to go to college for a lot of this shit, and they don't even do home economics no more. Ask a 15-year-old to sew a button on their pants. Bet five they can't do it. Bet five they can't do it. So I'm just saying, why don't you guys focus on shit over here and worry about the crazy shit that's going on in Tennessee, then hopping over to goddammit California and being fucking silly over there. That it just, I'm sorry. But it just makes zero sense. Let me circle back around to the this crazy lady wanting to get rid of diversity, equity, and inclusion, and social emotional learning. All right, the social emotional learning, I could kind of sort of see that. It's like, okay, if you're going to take out shop class, don't replace it with social emotional learning. Yes, we do need to learn how to use our words, okay, and uh, be able to respond, not like a madman. You know what I'm saying? We can't solve our issues by shooting up schools and malls and movie theaters. Okay? I understand that. But also at the same time, I feel like it's kind of turning this generation to a bunch of bitches. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Did I say that? I did. I'm going to say it again. I feel like with this social emotional learning shit, because not every school is qualified to do this fucking shit. I'm sorry, but you're not qualified. You don't got a degree in psychology? Okay, well then you probably shouldn't be teaching that shit. Probably shouldn't be teaching that shit. Oh, you do have a degree in psychology? What is your experience? Because they pulling niggas straight out of fucking high school and college. Not high school, but straight out of fucking college and having them work with these babies. Why? You have no life experience. What are you doing? And you expect me to be okay with y'all doing this shit with my kid? All right. Okay. And then the diversity, equity, and inclusion that she wanted to get rid of. Lord of mercy. She want to get rid of all of that. Now, surface level, it's like, whoa, what you doing? You can't get rid of that. That's, like, that's fucked up. That's, that's fucked up. You can't do that. You can't get rid of diversity, equity, and inclusion because that screams exclusion for a lot of people, right? Okay. All right. Check this out. I know it's going to sound like I'm hopping to another subject, but we're going to put a pin. Just remember diversity, equity, and inclusion. The crazy lady won't get rid of this. Okay? Now, the alphabet community is adding numbers now. And now it looked like a Wi-Fi password. It does. It's 2SLGBTQIA+. I thought the plus sign was supposed to encompass all the extra letters and I guess numbers now, but it doesn't. I guess I don't know what constitutes the plus anymore because it seems like they just add more and more shit. So I don't know what the plus means anymore. We didn't say much when they added the intersex and what is it? Intersex, asexual, yeah, and queer. We didn't really say much when they added them 3 letters. And then the plus sign, it was supposed to be like, okay, why don't we put the last 3 letters in the plus sign? Okay, so it's LGBT, like it's always been, LGBT, and then the plus. I thought that's what they were that's what they were doing. Apparently, it's not what they doing. The 2S stands for, well, I don't know what, I guess the S stands for sexual. I don't know. But the 2 means like 2 gendered. Like you got 2 gendered. Correct me if I'm wrong, which I probably am. But isn't intersex mean that you got, because there was a word for it back in the day when I was growing up. And I didn't think it was a derogatory term. It was in textbooks and some more shit. But then again, you've got words like nigger that be in textbooks sometimes, like way back in the day. So I don't know. I don't know. But the word, I thought that was like the actual word for it. It's not. It's a whole other word. But I'm not going to try to say either of the words because I don't know. It might be derogatory and I might piss somebody off. So I don't know. It starts with the H. I'll say that much. And I thought that that's what the intersex was. But now they saying intersex is different from the two sexes. But that's what the H word is. It's two sexes. It's when you got both things. You got all kinds of stuff. And there's so many different ways that can manifest. It's not always going to come out like, oh, well, this person that I would put in the H category, okay, they can look like a straight up dude through and through, but have lady parts, and maybe not even all the lady parts, and vice versa. I thought that that's what the intersex meant. That's what was told to me, that's what the intersex meant. And now the intersex and two genders is not the same thing. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. So when the crazy lady say she want to ban shit like diversity, equity, and inclusion, if she's meaning this shit, oh, I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with it. I don't care. 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 I'm with it. I'm with it. Go ahead and ban that shit because I'm confused. And I cannot imagine how it would feel to be an L, a G, a B, or a T right now. Because that's what the letters used to be. LGBT. You put the plus sign on it, cool. That just I'm one of them. I'm a plus. Why can't they just say that I'm a plus? It just means it's some shit that when you say, okay, so when you say I'm a plus, I'm just going to take that to mean that the sexual identity that you identify as, or what the fuck ever, however the fuck you supposed to say this shit nowadays, because I don't know. But however the fuck you identify, you saying that you a plus, that tells me that it's complicated as fuck. And because I'm elderly, and it's hard for elderly people to understand new ideas and new concepts that not in general, but that completely defy not only everything that you've ever known, but also logic and science. That just means it's too complicated for you, old head. And I understand I don't really look like an old head, but if you just be like, oh, I'm a plus, then maybe that'll give the old heads like enough to be like, oh, okay, you a plus. Cool. I don't know what the fuck plus you is. I'm not trying to figure it the fuck out because I got shit to do. I got bills to pay. So I can't take 16 hours out of the day to sit down and try to figure this the fuck out. I can't. I have things to do. So you a plus. Cool. I'm going to respect that. Have a nice day. And if you're younger, you could be like, oh, well, which one of the pluses are you? Then y'all can go ahead and have that conversation. But for us, I'm so sorry. This is not very inclusive for older people. This is geriatric discrimination. Y'all having all these goddamn letters and shit. This is geriatric discrimination. I'll say it again. I'll say it again. This is geriatric discrimination. I'm not finna stand for it. You a L, you a G, you a B, you a T, or you're a plus. That's it. I'm not adding. Y'all are getting numbers now. Fucking numbers. The shit look like a Wi-Fi password. Matter of fact, I might start using it as a password. that you go to, you have, you know how like certain sites you have to update your password every so often. Like by the time you get ready to update your password, it'll have some more numbers and letters in it. I don't care. I don't care if you're pissed off. I don't care if you wanted the plus signs and you, oh my God, Marissa being so mean to me. Listen, that's your fucking problem. Y'all had too much social emotional learning. Okay, y'all can't. Y'all never had the opportunity to learn the life lesson that not everybody finna fuck with you. Not everybody gotta fuck with you. Okay? And that's fine. You don't have to be ugly about it. You don't have to be mean about it. You don't have to be rude about it. I'm not finna be rude about it. Okay, I don't fuck with that shit. Cool. Cool. I don't fuck with it. You got something else to talk about? Cool. You don't? That's all you talk about? Cool. Well, you go on your merry way and I'm gonna go on my merry way. And we just gonna coexist on this planet together. I ain't gotta fuck with you. And you don't have to fuck with me, but this social emotional shit and these I'm gonna say it. I know I used to roll my eyes too, but I'm gonna say it. These participation trophies and shit that everybody be getting all of the motherfucking time. Since when? What? 2010 ish. That's when folks are starting to get participation trophies for everything that they fucking did. Yo. Guys, it's wild. It's wild. None of this shit makes any fucking sense. And I don't understand why nobody can just put their feelings on the back burner and just look at the fucking facts. You got fucking Dylan Mulvaney out here. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about Dylan Mulvaney again. Y'all got Dylan Mulvaney out here who popped up as first he was gay. Please keep that in mind. Please keep in mind that Dylan Mulvaney used to be a man's. And then he said, I like other men folk. Okay, he was gay. He was the G in the alphabet. Okay, he was the G. Then he moved on to queer. Now, I still to this day don't know what queer means. I don't know what that means. I used to think that it meant that you're straight, but you do some gay shit sometimes. Doesn't mean that you bi. It just means you do some gay shit sometimes. Not all the time. You just be doing some gay shit sometimes. And that's fine. That's fine if you want to do gay shit. That's cool. All right, queer, fine. But then somebody told me that that's not what it is. So I don't really fucking know. But he went from being a man who likes other men's to being queer, which I don't know what that means. And then he went from queer to non-binary. I don't know what that means. I don't know. And also, is non-binary in the okay, is two SLGBTQIA plus. I don't see unless they took over to B, but B's supposed to be bisexual. So I don't understand where non-binary falls in this legitimaquah thing. I don't know where they fall into it, and I don't know what they are. And I still haven't been able to find anybody to explain to me. Even pretend like they knew. Folks pretended like they knew what they were talking about when they were trying to explain to me what queer was. But don't nobody even pretend to know what the fuck non-binary mean. I don't know what it means. But he was non-binary. Then he became trans, so now he is she. Okay, so now Dylan Mulvaney is a girl. But Dylan Mulvaney is now a lesbian. I'm going to say this again. Dylan Mulvaney went from gay to queer to, let me start over. Went from a gay man to queer to non-binary to trans to now a lesbian. You started off not liking bitches. if you're not already confused, which you should be, because none of this makes any sense. I try my best to explain this shit, but you should not be like, I understand this shit. You should have had to rewound this a good 3 or 4 times to be like, did she just say what the fuck I think she just said? Yes, I did. I'm finna say something else. It's gonna sound so fucking crazy to y'all. It's gonna sound so crazy. Okay? Get this. Dylan Mulvaney is a lesbian trans woman that still has the bits of a man, still got the dick, okay, but wants to fuck with a woman and have the woman impregnate him. You heard what the fuck I just said. Dylan Mulvaney wants to get pregnant by a woman, wants a woman to impregnate him. How's that gonna happen? I don't know. Now, I'm saying, like, when I say get rid of the diversity and equity and inclusion, when I say get rid of that, I don't mean get rid of it to just kind of thumbs down or middle finger everybody in all of the minority groups. I'm saying these minority groups need to be protected. If I'm a lesbian, that means that I'm a woman that likes other women. That does not mean I like women that have penises, because it's not a woman. That's a man. I'm sorry, but that's a man. And if I like to, I'm so sorry, I gotta be crass about this shit, but this is the onlyest way I know how to be. If I like eating pussy, but you ain't got no pussy, you don't have no pussy for me to eat. There's no carpet to munch on. I don't like sucking dick. If I wanted to suck a dick, I'd be with a nigga. I want to eat pussy. You ain't got no pussy. Then what the fuck am I doing with you? Now you want to be mad at me because I don't want to suck your dick? That doesn't make any sense. That does not make any sense. I cannot imagine how irritated lesbians must be right now. I can't imagine how irritated gay men must be. I've never heard. Let me tell y'all something. I ain't never, not a day in my life, heard of. You know what? Let me take that back, cause Oprah. Nope. I was gonna be like, I ain't never heard no trans man doing shit like this. But I mean, like, even still, trans men don't run around saying, I'm gonna knock my bitch, or I'm gonna knock my bitch up. How? You want to be called the sir? I'll call you the sir. Fine, sir. How? How you gonna knock your bitch up? You can't do that because you don't have a penis. You need to have a penis and working sperm in order to knock a bitch up. Now tell me, how the fuck you gonna get upset if I said I'm a dude now, okay? My name is no longer Marissa J, it's Marquise. All right, so now I'm Marquise. And let's just say I get bottom surgery to enlarge my just nasty. Let's just say I get the bottom surgery, okay? Now, and I still like men folk. I just want to be a man that likes to dig up in other men's. Okay? Let's say I want to be the top. How fucked up of a person do you have to be like, I'm a gay man that likes to fuck with other gay men's, but now I'm mad because don't no gay man want to fuck with me. Don't no gay man want to fuck with you because you're not what they looking for. You're not what they're looking for. You're just not. And this, everybody gotta like me, everybody gotta love me bullshit. We too soft nowadays. We just soft. Just soft ass fucking community of human beings. And that's exactly the reason why America's gonna fall down. The world is ending, y'all, and now I have to go.